primary counting of votes for 3 Lok Sabha and 29 assembly seats across 13 states and the Union Territory of Dadra and Nagar Haveli is currently underway. In the Lok Sabha seat of Mandi, Himachal Pradesh, Pratibha Singh, the wife of late Chief Minister Veerbhadra Singh, has pulled ahead after trailing the BJP's Kargil war hero Brigadier Kushal Thakur. In Dadra and Nagar Haveli, the Shiv Sena is ahead of the 5 seats in Assam. The BJP is gaining in all 3 seats where it fielded candidates. In Rajasthan, an upset of sorts with the Congress leading in both seats. It's gaining 1 seat, which was earlier with the BJP. So even that, given how close it is in Rajasthan, 1 seat is a big gain for the Congress. The Trinamool Congress is coasting ahead in all 4 seats in West Bengal, while the BJP is leading in the seats in Madhya Pradesh, the 3 seats that have gone to the polls in Madhya Pradesh. So these are the results of the by-elections that have taken place. So the results being announced, and the BJP trailing in Himachal Pradesh. In Bengal, the Trinamool Congress has already begun celebrating, as you can see there. Well, let's go across to Monideepa now. All right, but let's first take a reaction from Subrata Roy.
जीते और बीजेपी जितना पीछे जाएगा वो लोकतंत्र के लिए भला होगा। लोग बहुत नाराज हैं बीजेपी पर, मोदी पर, उनको सरकार पर। इसी का प्रभाव दिखाई देता है। कुछ नहीं होगा। हमारा पार्टी का निर्देश है पोस्टपोल वायलेंस नहीं होना चाहिए।
All right, let's go across to Monideepa Ghazali also joins us from Chandigarh for more. And Moni, first to you. So the Trinamool Congress, they're coasting ahead in all 4 seats there in Bengal.
Yes, indeed. Diwali has come early to Dinhata, the seat up in Cooch Behar in North Bengal, where the Trinamool candidate Udayan Guha, we believe, has been declared a winner just a few moments ago with a fairly handsome margin of 1,63,005 votes. That's what we are hearing. This is the seat that had actually returned BJP MP Nishit Pramanik as an MLA in April. Dinhata, Cooch Behar. Nishit Pramanik, of course, resigned as MLA from the West Bengal Assembly and is now Minister of State for Home in the centre. So this seat has returned the Trinamool Congress, and there are celebrations going on out there. Goshaba too, the Trinamool candidate, is leading by a margin of more than 1 lakh votes. Goshaba had been won by a Trinamool candidate in April, but he passed away due to COVID. So therefore the Bypolls and Trinamool is retaining the seat. Trinamool also seems set to retain Khorda in South Bengal. Khorda is one seat where tragically the Trinamool candidate died before election results were announced. In fact, just days before results were announced, Kajol Sinha died, necessitating this bypoll. He had won, but he never learnt of that. That's where Shobhamdev Chattopadhyay, the Trinamool MLA who vacated the Bhawanipur seat for Mamata Banerjee, that's where he is fighting, and he's already leading, I believe, by some 64,000 votes. And last and final, Santipur. Now this is in Nadia district. Over here, Jagannath Sarkar, again a BJP MP. He had, fought the elections in April for an MLA seat, and he had won. But there too, the Trinamool Congress is leading. So Mamata Banerjee's winning streak continues. For the BJP, certainly disappointment. In April, the BJP had won all of 77 seats in the West Bengal Assembly. But, 5 MLAs have already quit the BJP and gone back to the Trinamool Congress. And these 2 seats, Dinhata and Santipur, which the BJP had won, those 2 seats also look like they are going across to the Trinamool Congress. Trinamool in celebration mode.
All right, so early Diwali there for the Trinamool and Ghazali. The contest in Himachal Pradesh is very, very interesting with the Congress leading.
Yes, certainly, and they say that whenever the Congress needs a revival, it is it comes from the northern region, be it Punjab, when in 2017 Congress had a landslide victory. But talking of today's bypoll elections, Mandi Lok Sabha went to bypolls on 30th of this last month, and today the counting is on. And Pratibha Singh, wife of former CM and 6-time MLA late Veerbhadra Singh, was fighting these elections. And just to remind you that the same Lok Sabha elections for Mandi bypolls had seen BJP winning it back in 2019 with a margin of more than 4 lakh votes. And right now the information which is coming in through the EC website is that Ms. Pratibha Singh is leading there as of now, though the final results are not out. Besides Mandi Lok Sabha seat, this is also relevant for both the families, be it of Veerbhadra family or Mr. Jairam Thakur, who is the Chief Minister, because Chief Minister Jairam Thakur comes from Mandi district. It is his home district, and had BJP won this seat and rest of the 3 assembly seats which also went for bypolls, then his own influence would have grown within the party. But since as per the EC website, on all the 3 assembly seats as well as Mandi Lok Sabha seats, Congress seems to be leading in all the 4 seats, and that shows that even Veerbhadra family's clout within Congress party will grow, and more so BJP's top leadership, including Anurag Thakur, Chief Minister Jairam Thakur, they both led the campaign in Himachal, but it seems things are not going their way. Talking about another poll which is very important, comes from Haryana's Allahabad constituency, which is the stronghold of Chautalas. There, Abhay Chautala, who had resigned earlier this year in support of farmers' agitation, was fighting again against the Govind Kanda, who is BJP's candidate there, and even he is having a comfortable lead right now as per the EC website, and he seems to be on a winning path right now as per the EC's website data. Very fewer rounds are left there in Allahabad Assembly constituency. He was being supported by farmer unions as well. So good news for Congress from Himachal, but BJP seems to having a bad day both in Himachal as well as in Haryana, where it is ruling the state.